Power Gig. Is it the next big splash in the video game industry, or is it just a flash in the pan like Rock Revolution? Here are my thoughts on Power Gig Rise of the Sixth String right here on this episode of Cena's Corner.
Now time to get that review from Cena. Relax, kick back and grab a margarita. His reviews are too good to be true, they can't be wrong. Make sure you have the time to roll over 10 minutes long. His reviews will be sure to leave you with zero doubt. So here it goes, peace, love, and keep rocking out.
Alright guys, welcome to this episode of Cena's Corner. We're going to talk about Power Gig Rise of the Sixth String. First of all, if you like the new intro, comment down below anything you think that's missing or that should not be there. Let me know. This was constructed by somebody you probably all know, so also tell me who you think did the intro for me. Alright, let's move on. First of all, I want to say I'm sorry. You know, you guys are used to the big green screen and pop-up windows with or monitors and all that kind of stuff. But it's 108 degrees here today, and it has been this way between 100 and 108 for the past 7 days here in good old LA County. So I'm in my house, and I'm going to be here until it's cool outside. I would melt. So I apologize, and this is what we're stuck with right now, so there you go. Alright, let's talk about Power Gig Rise of the Sixth String. I've been getting a lot of questions about this, so I'm going to come and tell you exactly what I know. As you can see, I don't have a Power Gig guitar here to show you. Don't have a Power Gig drum set. I don't even have a Power Gig game. Why? Because of the fact that they haven't sent anything. So let me talk to you about that. I first ran into Power Gig Rise of the Sixth String people back at PAX East, and I did go and ask. I said, hey, you know, what's up with Power Gig? I told them who I was, gave them my business card, and said I had just did the U-Rock guitar at that point, and I wanted to get their stuff done and over with, and so you guys can know what Power Gig was going to be about. I ran into this guy who knew nothing. He's like, I don't know, go talk to this guy over here. So I went and talked to him, and he didn't seem to know anything either. All he was concerned with was people signing up for this raffle and giving away a free t-shirt. So I asked, I just said, are you going to be at E3 this year? He said, yes. I said, fine, I'll catch up with you there. Went to E3, and that's when I finally got my hands on Power Gig. So let's talk about what we saw. Bear and I, you know, went to E3. We went and tested out Power Gig. First of all, the question I keep getting is Power Gig's guitar going to be able to function in Rock Band 3 Pro mode? I'm just going to go on a limb and say no. The reason I say that is because they wanted nothing to do with anybody from Harmonix or Rock Band at all while we was at E3. Matter of fact, in the girl's speech that they made, because they had this booth set up, and it was set up kind of like a rock concert, so you had your ticket window. And to be able to get in, is you had to go to your ticket window, and you had to get this wristband that said Power Gig on it. Now, if you watched some of my earlier videos or saw pictures, you probably saw, I think it was like a pinkish or a green, can't remember which, they had both colors, wristband. That was a Power Gig wristband. You could not get into the demo unless you had one of these free wristbands. Well, as the girl was handing these out, she was saying, oh yeah, you know, we're better than some other games out there, and when you miss a note, our game don't go ding like most other games that you know. And obviously they was poking fun directly at Rock Band. Without saying it, they said some other things too. Tommy from Rock Band Day almost didn't even get into the demo because his tag said Rock Band Day. So they were going to ban him because they wanted nothing to do with Harmonix in their booth. And even though I'm sure Harmonix went over there with no tags on or had a different tag or whatever, and they did go check out Power Gig, I'm sure. So, no, I don't think it's going to work because they want nothing to do with Rock Band. They are very independent. So let's talk about what it is when we got our hands on it. First of all, the guitar is not a full-scale guitar. It is a 20% to scale, so 20% to scale guitar, okay? That's small by standards, at least by my standards. Second of all, yes, it is real strings, but the strings on the thing when we played it, what I played was very tight, okay? And this gave way to why Mad Catz is now doing the Mustang with buttons because my fingers really hurt. I know there's somebody left a comment that said I played guitar for many years and my fingers never hurt when I went to Callus. Good for you. But I'm telling you, as a drummer who's played for over 30 years, I got calluses all on my hands. And I remember the days when my drumsticks used to rub my hands so bad that I would have, you know, skin come up and there would be blood and it would hurt. So you are going to callus when you play this. It is going to hurt some people at least, and that's why they came with the buttons. So we played it. It was a very bad demo. Now I'll give them some credit. Maybe it was because it was a build. But if you're going to bring this to people, everything should work functionally in that build, especially at E3 where there's all of us gaming press guys and girls running around. I didn't think it was that impressive. I had to push really hard on the fret to be able to get the green fret to even go off, and then it came down the stream. So if you look at what it looks like, if you ever saw it, it actually looks like Rock Revolution gems that's come down the screen. The only difference is they have some notes that are strung together. So I'm assuming that that's their version of hammer-ons. So these notes are strung together, and you just move your finger like a hammer-on up and down the string. I did not get to see where supposedly, I guess, Power Gig is also supposed to try to teach you how to play guitar, but that mode was not there, and there was nobody discussing the mode, and there was nobody talking about Power Gig to us at all, okay? Nobody. So it's not like what you see when we go into a harmonics presentation, where they're actually taking you through, and even the things you don't get to see, they're telling you this is what's in the game, this is how it's going to be, and this is how it's going to function. When we got in there, they're like, here's a booth, all right, go ahead and enjoy Power Gig Rise of the 6th String, don't forget to get your t-shirt on the way out. And we were left by our own, up to our own vices. The booth was really tiny, so there was, I would guess at any time, maybe 40, 50 people in there. So there was nobody that we could sit there, or that was sitting there talking to us at the time that we was playing this. Bear decided he wanted to try out the drums because he's really getting into drums now. So I'm like, okay, cool. You try the drums out, let me know how it is. Well, their #1 bragging right is that their drums are what they consider to be called no impact drums. Somehow to me, no impact and drums just don't go together. Well, so we tried it out. The no impact drums is basically you're going to pay for a 4-drum sensor. So you have 4 drums, but they're about this, you know, probably about this long, and they sit on the floor right in between your feet or up on a stand or wherever you want to put them. And you take your pair of drumsticks and you're just doing the motions above the drums. So there are sensors, motion detection sensors that is picking up your stick move and over what pad, and that is registering to the screen. You never hit a drum and the Power Gig Rise of the 6th String. So essentially, you're going to be paying money